All right, so we're diving into all this ductless AC research, huh? Looks like you're trying to find like the perfect unit,
Yeah.
and it's a lot to sift through.
Oh, it is?
But hey, that's what we do here. We're taking a deep dive into all of HvacRepairGuy's ratings and reviews for ductless ACs. They've compared over 240 models, which is insane.
Right.
But the cool thing is they have this color-coded system.
Right.
Green for the top picks, yellow if you're on a budget, red for like stay away.
Yeah.
It's like a traffic light for AC shopping.
It really is, and I think it's such a great way to kind of simplify it all, especially since they're comparing across like 20 different categories, not just, how well we're talking warranty, efficiency, where they're made, how easy they are to install.
Okay, so let's get to the good stuff.
Okay.
Who is HvacRepairGuy's top pick for this year?
So their top pick is AC Azel, but, and here's where it gets interesting, they only gave it 1 star.
Wait, 1 star?
1 star.
That doesn't sound like a top pick to me. What's going on there?
It really shows you why you can't just go by the overall rating.
Okay.
So AC Azel, it gets knocked down for a few reasons. It's a pretty basic single-zone unit, made in China, uses older compressor tech, and even has a less eco-friendly refrigerant.
Oh, wow.
So while it might technically be their top pick based on some criteria, there are definitely better options out there.
So it's like more of a starting point than a clear winner.
I think so.
This is already making me rethink how I look at these ratings.
It is. It really highlights how important it is to kind of look beyond that initial number and really think about what matters to you.
Yeah.
For example, if you're looking for something that's DIY friendly, has smart home compatibility, and a good warranty, you might be more interested in a brand like ACQ. They get a solid 3 stars, and you can find them easily on Amazon.
See, that's the kind of insider info I was hoping for.
Yeah.
So as we were going through all this, what other brands kind of stood out to you?
Well, there's Arius, which gets 2 stars. What's interesting about them is that they're made in the USA by Lennox, and they're known for being really quiet.
Oh, nice.
They even have this self-cleaning function, although you have to manually turn it on.
So maybe not perfect, but a solid option if made in the USA is important and someone really values a quiet unit.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, what else?
Then you've got AirQuest and Arcware, both scoring 4 stars. They're made in China, but sold by Carrier Media North America.
Okay.
They've got a durable finish, refrigerant leak detection, and a good warranty.
I've noticed that where a unit's made seems to be a big factor in the ratings.
It is.
Does that usually tie into quality or just like where the company's based?
I mean, it can be a bit of both.
Okay.
Sometimes it reflects where the company is headquartered, but often it's really about where the actual manufacturing takes place.
Yeah.
This can really impact things like labor costs, material sourcing, even quality control standards.
So a brand might be American, but if their units are made elsewhere, it's important to understand what that might mean for the quality and overall value.
Exactly. And I think that's why these in-depth reviews are so helpful. They kind of go beyond the marketing and give you that deeper level of insight.
Okay, we've talked about some decent options, but what about like the top-rated brands?
Right.
Who's getting those, coveted 5 stars?
Well, Doka N is one.
Okay.
They're known for their exceptional air purifying filters, and they're incredibly quiet. Plus, they have one of the best warranties in the industry and use the more environmentally friendly R32 refrigerant.
That's awesome.
However, they're typically only available through authorized dealers, which can affect the cost.
Yeah, so you're paying for that premium quality and service.
Yeah, that's right.
What about for folks who are, looking for a more DIY-friendly 5-star option?
Well, in that case, you've got Mr. Cool.
Okay.
They've really embraced the DIY market with their patented easy DIY installation and even offer a DIY Puro cable. They also have smart home compatibility, refrigerant leak detection, and get this, they honor their excellent warranty even if you install it yourself.
Really?
Plus, you can buy them on Amazon.
That's impressive. It sounds like they're really trying to make it like as easy as possible for people to install their own units.
They are.
But I have to ask, are there any downsides to DIY installation, even with a brand like HvacRepairGuy, making it seem so simple?
That's a great question, and one we should definitely explore further.
Okay.
While DIY can be tempting, especially for those looking to save money on installation costs, it's important to understand the potential risks.
Yeah.
Even with a brand like HvacRepairGuy that provides extensive support, there's always a chance of making a mistake that could void the warranty or lead to performance issues down the line.
It's like anything else. If you're not experienced, it's always best to consult with a professional.
Yeah.
especially when it comes to something as important as your AC system.
I completely agree. And even if you're confident in your DIY skills, it's always a good idea to thoroughly research the installation process, watch tutorial videos, and familiarize yourself with the local codes and regulations.
It's all about being informed and weighing the risks and benefits before jumping into that DIY route. Speaking of informed, you mentioned earlier that HvacRepairGuy highlights some interesting features and potential downsides of different brands.
Yeah.
Can you give us some examples?
Sure. So, for example, Arius has this follow me feature where the remote acts as a thermostat, which, I mean, that sounds pretty cool.
That does sound cool.
But then you have Hitachi's FrostWash system.
Okay.
While it's innovative, it has raised some concerns about potential clogging issues over time.
So it's a reminder that not all features are created equal.
Yeah.
And sometimes the simpler option might actually be the more reliable one.
It's true, and I also think it's just a testament to the fact that HvacRepairGuy really digs deep into the details, both good and bad,
Right.
to give you the most comprehensive picture.
That's super helpful, especially since there's so much marketing hype out there. You know?
Yeah.
It's like they're cutting through the noise to give you the real scoop.
Exactly. They're all about empowering consumers to make informed decisions, which is why they cover everything from SEER ratings for efficiency to the type of refrigerant used, like R32 being the more eco-friendly option, noise levels, air filtration capabilities, and even smart home integration.
It's like a one-stop shop for all things ductless AC.
It really is, and that's just scratching the surface.
Yeah.
They even have individual model comparisons, which can be incredibly helpful when you're, down to the nitty-gritty of choosing between specific units.
Okay, so we've got a lot to unpack here, and I'm already starting to feel like a ductless AC detective.
That's the spirit.
Yeah.
And we've only just begun.
Well,
Let's dive into some more specific brands and their unique offerings.
sounds good to me. Lead the way, detective. Okay, so we've talked about some of the, big names in ductless ACs.
Right?
But what about some of those, hidden gems?
Yeah.
Or maybe brands that are a little more under the radar.
That's where things get really interesting. You've got brands like BOCH, for example.
Okay.
They have a 4-star rating and are known for their high-efficiency Climate 5000 systems. Some of those reach up to 25 SEER, which means potentially lower energy bills for you. They're also super quiet and have a really solid warranty.
That's great.
But here's the catch. You can only get them installed by authorized dealers.
So you're paying for that top-tier quality and service,
Right.
but you also give up some flexibility in the process.
Exactly.
Okay.
It really depends on your priorities. Now, remember earlier when you mentioned brands that really cater to the DIY crowd?
Yeah.
Besides Maker Cool, another one that stands out is AMVent.
Okay.
And you'll never guess where you can find them. Walmart.
Wait, Walmart. Seriously.
Yeah.
I would not have thought to look for a ductless AC unit there.
I know, right?
Does that mean they're lower quality or something?
Not necessarily. It just goes to show that you can find these systems in unexpected places. AMVent gets a 1-star rating, mainly because their warranty isn't as strong.
Okay.
But they do offer a more budget-friendly option for folks who are comfortable with DIY installation and aren't looking for all the bells and whistles.
So it's a good reminder that you don't always have to go to a specialty store or an HVAC dealer to find a decent unit, right? Sometimes those unexpected retailers have some hidden gems.
Yeah, they do.
Speaking of hidden gems, are there any brands that are a bit more, exclusive?
Definitely. One that comes to mind is Air Force.
Oh.
They're only available through a limited network of dealers and have a 2-star rating. They do offer some cool features like state-of-the-art inverter technology.
Hold on. You can't just drop inverter technology and not explain what that means.
You're right. I should clarify that.
Okay.
So inverter technology basically allows the compressor to run at variable speeds instead of just constantly cycling on and off. This means more precise temperature control and greater energy efficiency, which could translate to lower energy bills.
So it's not just about cooling power, it's about how efficiently and consistently it cools.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
But even with those benefits, Air Force still gets docked for using the old R410A refrigerant, which is not as environmentally friendly as the newer R32.
So maybe not the best choice for the eco-conscious consumer.
Right. Now, on the flip side, if eco-friendliness is a top priority, a brand like Daikin, which we talked about earlier, is a great option.
Okay.
They use the R32 refrigerant and are known for their incredible air purification systems. They're also incredibly quiet, both indoors and outdoors.
Okay, so energy efficient, eco-friendly, and whisper quiet.
Yeah.
It sounds like Daikin is checking all the boxes, but I'm guessing that level of quality comes at a price.
You are correct. They are definitely on the higher end of the price spectrum.
Makes sense. You get what you pay for, right?
Mm.
But what about those of us who are looking for that, like sweet spot?
Yeah.
Good features, eco-friendly, but maybe a bit more budget-friendly. Are there any brands that kind of fit that bill?
There are a few. Take Glacier, for example.
Okay.
They have a 3-star rating and are conveniently available on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
They use the R32 refrigerant, so they get the eco-friendly thumbs up.
Okay.
And they offer some nice features like the iClean function.
iClean? What is it with all these I names in the AC world?
It does seem like that's a trend these days.
Yeah.
But basically, the iClean function helps to keep the indoor unit clean and running efficiently. Yep. They also have the iFeel remote, which acts as a thermostat and allows for more customized temperature control.
So they're combining convenience, eco-friendliness, and some cool features. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
What other brands are, like, worth mentioning in that mid-range category?
Well, there's Relax for Life, which has a 4-star rating and gets high marks for its impressive warranty and surprisingly low prices.
Relax for Life. With a great warranty and low prices.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds almost too good to be true.
I know, right? It's a bit of a head-scratcher. They are made in China and sold primarily on Amazon, which might be a consideration for some people.
Right. We talked about that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But if someone is okay with that and their priorities are affordability and a good warranty, it sounds like Relax for Life could be a great option.
Yeah, could be.
What else makes them stand out?
Well, they also use the R32 refrigerant, have a self-cleaning function, and are known for being quiet even at higher speeds. So they're hitting those key points that many people are looking for. It's
amazing how much variety there is in this market, you know? Yeah. We've got American-made, Chinese-made, high-end, budget-friendly, DIY-focused. It's a real mix.
It is.
It feels like we've barely scratched the surface of all the brands and models out there.
You're absolutely right, and that's why it's so crucial to do your research and really understand what matters most to you. Yeah. HVAC Repair Guy gives you a great framework for comparing brands, but ultimately, it's up to you to decide which features and factors are most important,
right,
based on your individual needs and budget.
So there's no, like, one-size-fits-all solution here.
No.
It's about finding the perfect fit for your unique situation.
Precisely, and that's where things get even more interesting.
All right, I'm ready to dive deeper.
Okay.
What else should we be thinking about when making this decision?
Well, we've touched on some key factors, but let's explore some of the nuances.
Okay.
For instance, when it comes to efficiency, the SEER rating is important, but it's also essential to consider the climate you live in.
Right.
A higher SEER rating, while more efficient, might not be necessary if you live in a milder climate and won't be using the unit as frequently.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
It's not just about blindly chasing the highest SEER rating. It's about finding the right balance for your specific needs and environment. What about noise levels?
Yeah.
How much emphasis should we be putting on that?
Noise can be a deal breaker, especially if the indoor unit is in a bedroom or living area where you want peace and quiet.
Yeah.
HvacRepairGuy actually provides noise level ratings for both indoor and outdoor units.
Okay.
So pay close attention to those. Some brands, like Daikin and Mr. Cool, are known for being super quiet, while others can be a bit more noticeable.
So if you're someone who's sensitive to noise, it's definitely worth checking those ratings before you commit to a specific brand or model.
Absolutely.
Now, another thing that's on my mind is air filtration.
Mm-hmm.
With all the concerns about air quality these days, how important is that feature in a ductless AC unit?
Air filtration is definitely becoming more and more important, especially for people with allergies or sensitivities.
Yeah.
Some brands offer basic washable filters, which are better than nothing, but don't provide much in terms of advanced filtration. Other brands, like Daikin again, really go the extra mile with sophisticated air purifying filters that can remove allergens, dust, and even odors.
So it's like having a built-in air purifier in your AC unit.
It is.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What about smart home integration?
Yeah.
Is that becoming a must-have feature?
It really depends on your lifestyle and how tech-savvy you are. Many brands now offer Wi-Fi connectivity and compatibility with smart home systems like Alexa and Google Assistant. This allows you to control your AC remotely, set schedules, and even monitor your energy usage.
That's amazing. It's like having a mini computer controlling your AC.
It is, it is. But with all these fancy features, it's easy to get caught up in the excitement and kind of forget about the basics.
Right, right.
What are some of the most important things to remember when choosing a ductless AC unit?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's easy to get lost in all the bells and whistles.
Right.
At the end of the day, the most important thing is to choose a unit that meets your specific cooling or heating needs, fits your budget, and has the essential features that matter most to you.
Exactly.
Don't be swayed by fancy marketing or features you'll never use. Focus on the core aspects: cooling power, energy efficiency, noise level, warranty, and any additional features that align with your priorities, like air filtration or smart home compatibility.
I think that's great advice.
Yeah.
It's all about prioritizing what truly matters and not getting distracted by the shiny objects.
Exactly. And remember, you don't have to go through this process alone.
Right.
There are resources available, like HVAC Repair Guy's detailed reviews. And you can always consult with a qualified HVAC technician if you need personalized guidance.
Absolutely.
That's reassuring to know.
It is.
So, we've covered a lot of ground here. What are your final thoughts before we wrap things up?
My final thought is this. Don't be afraid to ask questions, do your research, and take your time to make an informed decision. Choosing a ductless AC unit is an investment, and you want to make sure you're getting the best value for your money and a system that will keep you comfortable for years to come.
Man, we've really covered a lot in this ductless AC deep dive. I feel like I've, gone to AC University.
It's definitely been comprehensive, that's for sure.
We've talked about, like, top picks, budget-friendly options, DIY considerations, those hidden gems, and even, like, the importance of things like noise level and air filtration.
Yeah, it's a lot to think about.
It really is. It's amazing how much goes into choosing a ductless AC these days.
It is.
It's not just about, cooling power anymore.
Right.
It's about finding the right features, the efficiency, the value.
Right.
That all fits, your needs and your lifestyle.
It really is all about finding that perfect blend that works for you.
So for our listener out there, how can they use all this info to make, like, the best decision? What are the most important things to remember when they, keep doing their research?
I think it goes back to those initial questions we talked about, What are your specific needs and priorities?
Right.
How many rooms do you need to cool?
Yeah.
What's your budget? Are there any must-have features? Like, do you absolutely need it to be super quiet? Yeah.
Or have advanced air filtration.
So it's like, have a clear vision of what you want before you even start looking at all the options.
Yeah, before you get lost in the sea of models and brands.
Right. Because it's easy to get overwhelmed.
It is.
Yeah.
Once you have that clear vision, you can use resources like, HVAC Repair Guy's ratings to help you narrow it down and focus on those brands and models that fit your needs.
Yeah, it's almost like being a detective, right?
It is.
Gathering all the clues, piecing together the evidence to find that perfect match.
I love that analogy. And remember, just like a good detective, don't be afraid to consult with an expert if you need help.
Right.
A qualified HVAC technician can give you personalized advice, answer your questions, and just make sure that you get a system that's, properly sized and installed.
So research, prioritize, and consult. Those are the keys.
Yes, to ductless AC success.
I like it. All right, well, any final thoughts before we wrap things up? I just want to say, don't be afraid to ask questions. Really do your research and take your time to make an informed decision.
Yeah.
This is an investment.
It is.
And you want to make sure you're getting something that will keep you comfortable for years to come.
That's such great advice. All right, well, I think that's a great place to end our ductless AC deep dive.
I agree.
I hope you found this helpful and maybe even a little bit fun.
Me too.
Remember, choosing a ductless AC doesn't have to be overwhelming.
No, it doesn't.
With the right information and a little bit of effort, you can find the perfect system to keep you cool and comfortable.
Absolutely.
All right, that's it for us. Thanks for tuning in to the Deep Dive.